Driveway Primitive here. We're in the kitchen today. We're going to be cooking some mud bugs. In the previous video I showed you a trap. I set that thing for about 3 days and kept checking it and got a few every day. And we're going to cook them up using some Old Bay, about a spoonful of Old Bay. Putting in some, we've got some water going to a boil here, a rolling boil. Get that in there. Now 2 of these bad boys are alive because I just caught them, and the others, as I caught them, I threw them in the freezer, so they had a humane death. Well, relatively. Would you rather freeze to death slowly or be boiled to death quickly? A couple of these guys are... Here's one that's fighting me. He's alive. I did rinse these. A few minutes ago, so gotten any debris that was left cleaned out. And what we're trying to do is cook these until the shells turn good and red. Hope you can see that. We just want a nice red color. They're kind of a dark color, already starting to color a little bit. We want them nice bright red. You'll see it's like a clown's nose. And this will be enough for a little snack. I think there's about, I don't know, 12 in here. Maybe 12. Again, about 3 days. Just letting a passive trap do its work in a small branch. Probably take about 2 minutes. Now, if you were counting on these for the calories and not just enjoying a snack, a soup's really the way to go. Cook these things, eat the meat out of the tail, throw the shells back in there, keep cooking it, and you end up with like a lobster bisque. You can enjoy that. Put any kind of wild greens, wild onions, or pot herbs in there, and you end up with a nice soup. But today we're just gonna enjoy what we caught in the trap. The Old Bay really gives them that restaurant flair, that Louisiana flair, so it's good with shrimp too. See, they're starting to turn red. See how red he's getting? Now, most of the crawdads you get in the grocery store and at restaurants are actually from China. The markets in Louisiana and our domestic markets can't really keep up with demand. I know in some Asiatic countries they grow them in the rice fields because you grow rice in big fields that you flood. And these are a secondary crop, a meat crop from that agricultural endeavor. Here, especially down in Louisiana, they set traps and catch them out in the wild. But we're in North Georgia, so we're not in a place you can just drop a trap and get hundreds of these things in one grab. We got to be a little more patient. But this isn't bad. This is a lunch. This isn't bad for a couple of days. Just dropping a container in a tiny little branch and checking it, and not a lot of calories expended. I could have just left the trap and not checked it every day, but you know how that is. You want to see how you're doing. But they can't get out once they get in, and as long as you have bait in there that they can reach, they won't start to devour one another. So they've got something to eat, they're going to be fine. Sometimes a predator will get your trap, or even a snake can get in there. That happened to me once. And he'll eat your crawfish while he's waiting to get released. These are about ready. See how red they are? Good and red. Good and red. You can see the insides are starting to boil out a little bit, that white stuff. I think these are pretty good. We're going to plate them in a few minutes. A few seconds, actually. Now, let's pull them out of here. Make sure you get them all. Don't want to waste anything. And there you've got it. Nice little snack. Didn't cost a thing.